we both started at a very low position in the restaurant, and I became executive chef after a certain amount of time, and we started seeing a big turnaround in the restaurant, and a new owner came in.
Yeah.
And when the offer came to us to purchase it, we really felt like there was not much. What else were we going to do? I mean, we love the area. This is a historical building. We love the industry itself, and I think that was part of the big motivation. Is, you know, this is a very historical building. There's a lot to it. I think that both Cynthia and I would not have done this if we hadn't collectively decided to do it together. I wouldn't have done this on my own, one way or the other. You know, this was the only person I was going to partner with. And as far as the restaurant in the valley itself, there's not a lot of people out there doing what we do with the food and just the whole. It's such a big presence here, and the menu has become such a big presence, and the food has been on the forefront for us. We're always in a constant work of improving the menu, improving the ingredients, and continuing to strive, you know, because we're seeing people from all over now. We're getting people that come down here from Everett. We get people that come down from Stevens Pass. We get people that come in that didn't even really know that this even was a restaurant, and then they stop and they say, "Wow, what a little hidden gem," and that's a big deal. That's a big deal for us.
And people have the same motivation when they want to stay here.
Yes,
too.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
They're surprised at the cozy comfort of upstairs and
Yeah.
the rooms.
I mean, there's so many different things about the building. I mean, you don't see construction like this, as far as it goes. There's a lot of history with the whole Twin Peaks phenomenon as well, which, you know, anybody that has followed that series knows that every single episode was shot on the backside of here, where they closed it out, and it always, you know, referred to it as the Roadhouse. So David Lynch obviously did his homework on this building. But yeah, I mean, the rooms are cozy. The construction is you just don't see stuff like this. You know, buildings like this. Pretty much. Yeah. Well, and you know, we walk out of this building. You know, there really hasn't been too much of a. I'll stand outside at night and just look at the building, and just go, "Wow, this is ours." You know, and if you would have asked us 7 years ago, myself starting as a dishwasher as a favor to a friend, and Cynthia starting as a hostess as a favor to a friend, that 6 years later or 7 years later that we would be owning this, I would have said no way. But yet here we are, and it's really kind of a really cool dream. You know, we walk out of here every night, you know, very proud of what we do and proud of this building because it is such a big presence. Like I said, like with the Twin Peaks thing, I think that David Lynch did a lot of his research on the history of this building, because in that series this was considered a very sleazy bar where a lot of stuff was going on with it. So you know, he captured the essence of the Roadhouse at that time for that series. Hey, come here on a summer night, or any time during the summer. We are, yeah. You just never know. I mean, you wouldn't look at it now. It's quiet, but in the summer, you know, you're nonstop. I mean, from the time you open to the time you close, it's go. And that's been a theme for us, is to try to define exactly what a Roadhouse is. And you know, we want it to be something that is welcoming to people that come in, not too uptight, you know, not too fluffy frilly, but good solid food, good competitive menu prices, and you know, people feel welcome to come back. We want it to be family oriented, and we have so many good things. I mean, I would say our meatloaf is unbelievable. We do our mac and cheese to order. We sell a lot of that. Our burgers are outstanding. We do a top-notch Carlton Farms pork chop, and that's a big one. But a lot of people come in for that meatloaf. You know, that's a big. You know, both Cynthia and I have worked a lot on the menu and the recipes and the presentation, and that's just one facet of it all. We do a lot of catering as well. We do off-site catering, we do in-house catering, both upstairs and downstairs. In fact, we did the Ed DeGrace's, who was the owner of the Colonial Inn. We did his memorial here with his family, which was an honor. And he's a really nice guy. Had a privilege to meet him, and So we do catering. We do a lot of rehearsal dinners. She's brilliant with the catering. Absolutely brilliant. Yes, we've seen a lot of growth in the business. It's from the time that we started here. Mind you, not privileged to the books at the time, but we've seen a steady increase in business and growth in the area. I mean, from the time I moved out here, there's so much moving out this way as far as North Bend, Incarnation, and Duval, and of course Snoqualmie and the Ridge up there. But yeah, we've seen an immense amount of Incarnation. Yeah, you've got a lot of Microsoft, a lot of Google, a lot of Amazon employees that are moving. And I think that everybody feels like this is such a far out area. I know that when I moved out here first, I thought, I'm moving out to Podunk, Incarnation, nothing but farms and cows. But I think what you quickly realize is that you're really not that far from anything. I mean, for heaven's sakes, it can take you 45 minutes just to go from one end of Bellevue to the next. And in 35 minutes, I can be in downtown Seattle, depending on traffic. You have so much to do out here. You have the rivers, you have the mountains, you've got extremely nice trails out here. And it makes it very attractive, and that's a lot of what we attract out here. The RV park here that's behind us, that's gone. And that's going to become a park, as I understand it. So that's in development over the next year. Mm-hmm. So that's another means for growth for the entire business community here. If you're attracting people out here. So, and I could have bought a house anywhere, but now I don't want to leave. Both of us have always dreamed of owning a restaurant. I don't know that we had a dream of owning something this magnificent, but we kind of looked at each other and said, what else are we going to do? We've been doing this for so long. We love this. We're passionate about food. We're both people person. And it was just kind of a no-brainer. I got into it on the end of working into the kitchen. I've always been a food guy. I've been cooking since I was young. As I previously stated, she's absolutely brilliant with catering, and so it was a different facet of cooking for me to do the catering, whether it's a buffet or plated meals, and the two of us just connect in a way that, we're like a two-man wrecking crew. We don't have this huge group of people that are supporting us in the background. We've done as many as 100 people or more, just the two of us. And it's a lot of work and it's a lot of nerves. But at the end of it all, we always look at each other and say, "Wow, we did it. We did it again." And the reward in it is when people come up to you afterwards and say, "Wow, that was really good," and the food was outstanding. And I think that has always has to be the signature of the restaurant, is the food. You can have great service and poor food, or poor food and great service. It's a fine balance that we walk as restaurateurs and owners, and but the food, of course, is always first and foremost. That's what brings people back.